Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the forces of Gorila Town climb the mud hill and topple the reigning kings. And the syndicate members of Farmaceuticals capture the medicinal hot springs and resort destination of Ebon Scale. KOTT news crews caught up with the members of Farmaceuticals as they were preparing to hit the hot springs for the night. One of the members were kind enough to spare a few words about the fight.
It was a tough war, to be honest. There was a lot of back and forth in there, but I mean, like, as far as like our group 9 and 10 and group 4 and 8, was I in group 8? I was in group 8. We were pretty persistent in their back line and trying to harass their healers, and I think because of it, like, we were able to turn the tide and win it for Farmaceuticals. It was a team effort. The other thing is, I mean, like, we just learned from our last war we had with them in Ebon Scale, and we just cleaned it up a bit. I mean, like, obviously there's still some stuff that we need to clean up, but the fact that we were able to overcome the mistakes that we had the last war with them till now, like, that's pretty impressive, which I like. You know, that means that we're moving together as a company and moving forward, and next thing you know, Pharmaceuticals is gonna own everything else, well, except for, like, you know,
all the other purple stuff.
Yeah.
I hear you. A quiet night and restless shore as participants of the fight called it an early night, sensing the server reset. No time for personal affairs last night as corruption invasions hammered the island. With 2 last-moment breaches, the citizens will be called on for assistance this afternoon. Looking at the weather for today, and even though it's going to be a pleasant afternoon for tending to hamlet repairs, citizens should learn from last night's breaches that it could happen any time, including tonight's 20% chance. 2 more lineup submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight. Brought to you by LARPCO. Remember, if it isn't LARPCO, it's cardboard. With special thanks to the Craft Services crew. If you'd like to support KOTT News, Patreon is currently the best way. Tonight, the Covenant converts of OPR Esports attack the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for control of the bear-infested deep forests of Brightwood. OPR Esports make their way to the northern region of Brightwood, intent to make a big dent on the syndicate's central corridor control of the island. JDB's Kitchen, in a position to field 2 defenses tonight, face the 1-2 punch of the Covenant, but they've held 2 before. Will they hold 2 again? Meanwhile, the Covenant converts of Outcasts assault the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for Crown and Kingdom of the Western Monarch's Bluff. Outcast forces, rotating themselves out of Ebon Scale, march south and take a shot at the monarchy of the ruling syndicate class. JDB's decision-making usually favors financial gain over competitive experience, but that's only if they feel they don't have enough to defend both the forests and the bluff. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.